What's going on, guys? Full here from Custom Offsets with Junior and Rainey, who you probably haven't seen in many videos before, but you probably have talked to him because he does like everything on our social media for comments and likes, and he goes crazy with that. So we are bringing you a new series. It's gonna be called This or That, and probably the other thing, because we got 3 of us here. And so basically, we've got a handful of questions that we don't know that Max, the guy behind the camera, is gonna ask us, and we basically are gonna duke it out between different styles and things that we like versus other people, and just kind of see where this goes. So let's jump right in with the first question.
Okay, so the first question is, would you rather pick a truck lifted for looks or lifted for function?
Function.
Looks.
Looks as well.
Gotta be for looks. So like, I'm not a big off-roader, and I feel like a truck, you can still use it as a truck even if it's lifted, right? It's still got a bed, you can still put shit in it, you can still tow with it. That I would rather have it look good, because it still can do truck things, but I'm not gonna take it off-road anyways.
So if you build a truck functional though, like a functional truck does still look good also. So I guess it's kind of a swayed question, but like I want a truck that's gonna work for me, something that I can haul with, that like I don't have to worry about changing stuff up when I'm pulling a trailer. I can just do it, and I'm gonna go run the Baja 1000 and just drive it across country and like beat the crap out of it, because that's what I do with all of my vehicles. So I want something that's gonna last, hold up, work well, not rub.
Yeah, I mean, I'd like a big show truck, like CO2's a nice truck. And it'd probably end up like all my other vehicles where it's nice for about a year, and then it's just like throwing ratchet straps over the bed, let it hit the other side. It's a truck, it's gonna get used. But try and keep it clean enough where you just take it to a show, good enough.
All right, next question is, would you pick a Ford or a Chevy?
Ford. Which, if everybody watched the 10 questions for a Ford guy video, they're like, oh, Fuller hates Fords. But now you're learning that I'm gonna pick a Ford.
I'd pick a Chevy with a Ford interior.
I would
Is
do
that an option?
I would do a Ford diesel and a gas Chevy, but probably not a Silverado. I like my Colorado a lot. It's a perfect truck.
Well, because you got that, what is it, Gen 4 5.3 in there?
Yeah.
I mean, the 5.3 is a good motor, don't get me wrong, but I want the 5-liter, which is why I picked the Ford. Because there's something about like the Coyote motor that it sounds good, it makes decent power. You got, one of my buddies put a Boss 302 intake on his, and like it just looks clean and it looks mean.
Yeah, but a Chevy 5.3 is like just all reliable over there.
Yeah,
you know? It's
but
like,
everybody puts it in everything, so.
But there's a reason they put it in
at least
everything.
you save money because you don't have to do the swap, because it just comes with it already.
There you go.
LS swap
Turn
the
into
world.
LS swap your Chevy, because it's already
Hashtag.
LS swapped.
Yeah.
Wait.
Yeah, I'm not like trash talking the Chevy motor by any means, because like it's good. They put it in a lot of things for a reason, but I love the 5-liter. I don't know why.
Just because it's different than the...
You know, my parents had Fords growing up, actually. That could
they?
be part of it too.
We had Pontiac vans.
The Ford interiors, they've always had like good interiors and lots of options between like Lariat, King Ratch, Platinum, Limited, like all of these different things. And even the base models just seem to have nicer interiors than like a base model Chevy. So like interior wise, I feel like, and you can get massaging seats, air conditioned seats. I mean, that's in like the newer ones that a lot of them have that, but like I feel like Ford had it first as far as like out of the big 3 truck companies and everything.
I'm sure somebody will tell us that we're wrong, but
I'm making all this up, but it's just what I feel like is the right answer, because Ford is just really well known for it, I think. And they've got like the different colored interiors. They've got the light tan, the dark tan, all of that. And I know like the new Chevys have the same type of thing with the High Countries and like the Denali's and stuff like that. You can get like the dark brown interior, which looks really good and all that stuff. But I like, not that I don't like the look of the Fords, like I love the outside of like even the Power Strokes and also the gassers. I do like how they look and everything, but I've just always liked the Chevys, not necessarily the square wheel wells though.
Yeah.
But the interior on the Fords I've always really liked.
if you told me, would you take a Chevy 5.3 over the 3.5 EcoBoost? Well, now I'd probably go with the 5.3, because trucks need V8s.
Agreed.
Hey, maybe that'll be another question. If you guys have any questions that you want us to answer while we're answering these other questions,
Yeah.
drop them below. We're gonna keep reminding you that, because we want you guys to ask us questions for us to fight over, so drop them.
Let's do the next one.
18 by 10s or 35s or 24 by 14s or 35s?
Neither.
24-14s.
No, it's 17 by 9s, 35s.
What the hell?
Or if you can get 37s, go 37s.
24s and 35s.
24s, 35s.
Yeah, okay, so like a big part of our customer basis and the people that watch the videos and the trucks that are getting built at Offset's Garage, everybody's gonna say 24s and 35s, because big tire, little wheel. Nope, flip
No,
that.
wrong.
Big wheel,
Wrong.
little tire. But if it was a truck for me, like I said, I'm gonna go run the Baja 1000 in this thing. So I'm gonna get 17 by 9s, and it's gonna have Fiberworks fender flares, and it's gonna be sweet. But I need lots of rubber, because it's gonna get used and abused.
Would you choose a cheap lift kit and use it, or an expensive lift kit and show it?
both.
Expensive lift kit and show it.
Cheap lift kit.
I'd pick like a big 12-inch Cognito, all chrome plated, looking super pretty. And it'd be awesome.
I'd have
Coilovers.
I'd have the best of both worlds. I'd do like a full like a 4-link kit, you know, make it nice. Coilover in the front. King coilovers would just abuse the piss out of it. It looked really nice, but I'd
So you'd make it look nice, but you'd also like use it.
Still
then?
use it. Because I would
It's not
take,
an option though.
if I focus like on just the two options
Yeah.
in there, I would take the cheap lift kit because I know I'm going to use it. So if I'm gonna break it, I might as well break the cheap one. But then you have the game of, well, isn't the cheap one probably gonna break first? So like, should you just spend the money to get a good quality kit? And when it comes down to it, like that initial sticker shock of the price tag, I just know I like couldn't bring myself to spend 10 grand on suspension if I could just get a rough country kit for $1,000 and be like, well, it might not perform how I want it to, but if it looks like how I want it to perform, at least the girls walking down the street will think I'm cool. That's all I
Do
got.
it for the gram, right?
Do it for the gram. Nobody knows, you know? If you had spacers and a regular lift kit and Fiberworks fender flares, most people are gonna be like, sick, pre-runner. But the problem is it won't function like it at all.
The last question is, 1970s truck of your choice built to perfection by you, or a brand new truck built all by a shop but with very minimal influence towards the build?
do an old truck built by myself.
70s truck build by myself.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to go with the 70s truck also. I think you have like a sense of connection with vehicles and like old vehicles that I've owned. There's just something about having that like fully manual experience, like it's all mechanical. So like being like, I'd want it to be stick first off, which you can get newer trucks that are stick, but and there's something about like old transmissions, straight cut gears, like none of that power assist stuff, and it's just you, the vehicle, and like you feel everything about it.
See, it's not even about just it being an old vehicle to me. It's the fact that I'm the one who gets to build it. You know, not
Yeah.
like sure all the nostalgia is like cool and everything, but for me it'd be more or less just the fact that I'm the one building it. You have that connection because you're the one literally putting all that blood, sweat, and tears into it to have a final outcome of whatever your build is. That's like your dream. Mm-hmm. It's just cool to see that like I did that.
Plus like the connection, like, cause like with my old truck, I pull up to the gas station and you get like the older generation, like, oh, I remember when I had a truck like that. It's always cool to like connect with older people that have like had that truck when it was new back in high school. Like,
Yeah.
it's always like that cool like disconnect where it's like, it's cool now, but back in the day this was cool. and new.
So, flipping this question then, I'm gonna add a sixth question. If you could choose a 1970s truck that a shop builds for you with minimal influence, or you get a brand new truck that you have to build, what would your choice be?
I feel like I would still take the old vehicle just because
Just because of the old,
I like the old stuff, and it would. I feel like you'd get more attention from it almost because
I agree.
you see 14 to 18 GM 1500s all the time, and everybody's got their 6 or 7 inch lift on it, and everybody runs 20 by 12s or 24s, whatever. But like they all start to kind of blend together. But especially like here in Wisconsin, if you saw a 1970s pickup roll by, like you're gonna know it, and then you're gonna go tell everybody else at the shop to come check it out. Like we've had
had that
people
happen
pull up
with
here.
that blue one, yeah.
Yeah, and then we're like, everybody like come outside, like
Yeah.
you gotta see this. So even if I didn't build it, you know, I can still appreciate like people who have their vehicles built other places, and I also appreciate the guys who do all the work themselves, but like it's still somebody's craftsmanship and somebody's mindset of like what they're trying to accomplish. So if they get to the end goal, you know, who cares how they got there as long as they get there,
Sure.
kind of thing.
Yep.
I'd love to work on my vehicles more, but like I just don't have time.
Right, in reality, you'd love to do everything yourself, but I mean, sometimes it's just
And there's
easier.
other people that are better at other things than I am.
Yeah,
Like
I know
I might
you've
be
done
good at
it.
electrical, but they might be good at something else.
Yeah, the whole like the old truck, you don't see old trucks rolling around lifted anymore. Like, it's
No.
just it's not a thing. It used to be back in like high school, you'd see like the straggler like 80s trucks that are still not completely gone rolling around. But I'd have to go with a new truck just because like
Given the second option, the
yeah,
have a shop build a 70s, or you build a brand new.
I'd build a brand new truck.
I think I would too, yeah.
Just because like the trucks are getting bigger and better, and plus having like that own personal taste to it, you just like really make it your own. But it's one of those like almost having an old truck would be kind of nice too.
That's
Right.
it's
Yeah, can we
weird
just have
too.
one of each?
Yeah, I want
Yeah.
both. But if I had a new truck, I'd lift it.
Yeah.
If I had an old truck, I'd probably lower it.
Oh, absolutely. I'd put on air, I'd slam that thing to the ground.
Yeah. That's my
I just
dream.
want one
is
of
to have an
all.
old-
Right? Okay,
One of
one
all
of
of
each, please.
Can we please have all
You
of
get a
them?
truck, you get a truck, you get a truck.
All right, so that pretty much wraps up all the questions we have. Thank you guys for watching. If you guys have questions, please drop them in the comments below so that we can debate over stuff and we don't have to have Max write these questions and we can have questions from you guys because we'd much rather answer your questions. So make sure you like us, share the video if you enjoyed it, and hit the subscribe button so you can check out the next one when that comes out. And that is it, right? Peace.